Well, thank you so much for being here and for representing so many great businesses in Canada. You know, we've been hearing a lot, obviously, about the opportunities for the civilian sector to work with the military, and nothing comes more apparent to me than tackling climate change. You know, we saw how defense was called upon in terms of last year around the raging forest fires, flooding, and other types of natural disasters. In fact, in my home province of BC, over 350 military personnel were sent to the interior to fight forest fires to support, private sector contractors. Do you believe that it's really important that the military work with the private sector to take on, outside of like just typical defense that you would imagine needs, but the climate emergencies? I've got a great company who you're very well informed about, probably, at Courtenay-Alberni. Yeah. They're working, in Argentina, Chile, Bolivia, America, the United States. They're working with their C-130s and CH-47s and Blackhawks to support aerial firefighting capacities, but they're not doing anything here in Canada. And Canada hasn't taken, a lead in terms of forest firefighting. Do you see opportunities that could be there to help deal with natural disasters and the warming climate that we're facing?
No, thank you for the question. I'm originally from British Columbia too, so a lot of my family was actually caught in some of those floods, and it was the air assets that actually got some of them out of the situation that they were in. So absolutely critical. As we see with severe weather events, it's pretty important to have the capability here in Canada on these items. So with respect to climate change, with respect to wildfires, a whole host of opportunities out there. We were also encouraged with the budget. There's some funding on wildfire mitigation and then also detection. So working with the government on some of those pieces. But I would say one of the things that we're really excited about is the upcoming. I think it was in budget 2021. The notion of a Canadian DARPA model, and it's something that we are talking to the government about, and we really need an agency like this, because you're talking about you have civil and then also the defense side, and we need an agency like this to focus on sectors like aerospace, in which Canada has a competitive advantage. And you mentioned wildfire mitigation. I mean, Coulson is an example, Conair. There's a whole host of companies that have a real skill set here in Canada